A brand new Digimon title will be releasing in the next couple of days for all major consoles including Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, that being Digimon Survive, a game you've likely already heard of if you've been following my channel. Now that said, today's video is going to act as a synopsis of what to expect from Digimon Survive if maybe you haven't been following the latest news and are seeing Digimon in the thumbnail and are like, oh, I want to play Digimon, I remember Digimon from my childhood. The aim here is to basically deconstruct what the game is and how it'll play so that you can make an informed decision about whether or not it's the type of game that will be for you upon launch. Now, this is not a review. I do not have an early copy of the game, but instead an overview based on the information we've received via the various news updates and Digimon Con. The reason I think that this type of video is necessary is because Digimon Survive is going to be the first of its kind in the franchise, and a lot of people who haven't either played a Digimon game since the 90s or early 2000s, or those who are looking to play a Digimon game for the first time after being fans from the previous era may not really know what to expect, because every Digimon game is different and exists within their own box, so to speak. Different games have different continuity for what a Digimon even is, and each of them come with their own mechanics, story, and even genre, so we'll be getting into all of that. But yeah, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's talk about Digimon Survive. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the overarching theme of the game. The title itself takes a lot of inspiration from the first season of the Digimon Adventure anime, with a group of students at a summer camp who get transported into some odd world. The difference in this case, however, is that Digimon aren't just monsters that exist in the digital world, but instead these strange ethereal beings that will quite literally kill you if given the chance. After being transported into this world, it's your job to try to escape the ravenous bloodlust of some of the Digimon present within it. Your friends that you have to work together with can and will die, and this game is not targeted towards a younger audience. It's more mature and bleak in terms of both theme and the execution of its story. Throughout your journey through this strange world, you'll be given various options as to how you want to interact with different people and react to certain situations. Your choices will affect the story in which Digimon evolution line your main partner follows. After the 8th chapter in the story, the game will branch into 3 different paths for the final 4. There's also a secret ending, making for a total of 4 possible endings. In terms of gameplay, there are 2 main segments. The first of which is the sort of more obvious in-your-face tactical RPG gameplay, which if you're a fan of something like Fire Emblem Awakening or just tactical RPGs in general, you'll likely be at home here. And then there's the story segments, which act as an interactive visual novel of sorts. The game does have a 70-30 split in favor of story aspects, but it does look like you'll be able to freely grind and battle as you wish in the tactical RPG mode as well, so it's not like you're only going to be sitting through dialogue. If you've played Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, the split is pretty similar, with that game being roughly 70% dialogue and story and 30% gameplay as well. The game will also feature 4 different difficulty options, 113 Digimon that you can utilize via a Shin Megami Tensei-esque recruitment system, over 40 hours of gameplay for the main story, and 80 if you want to complete all branches, and more. I'm personally going into this game as someone who hasn't really touched on any of the Digimon games other than Cyber Sleuth, but was a fan of the original 2 anime seasons as a kid. I'm also someone who doesn't really have much experience playing tactical RPGs either, but I'm really just wanting to play a new Digimon game and sort of find my way as I go. Now, while this is something that I'm looking forward to, and I'm mostly playing this game because it's Digimon, this might not be enough of a reason for other people to pick up a story-driven tactical RPG. If you don't like story-driven games, you probably won't like this one, and if you don't like tactical RPGs, there's a good chance you won't like it either, but there is always a chance that it could break you out of that as well. I know, for example, there's a lot of people who love Pokemon despite not actually liking other turn-based games, so depending on how good this game ends up being, there is a chance that you might still like it just because you like Digimon. Either way, I do hope that this video is helpful to those that maybe didn't really know what Digimon Survive was about, or maybe those that did but didn't have much insight into the game itself. I'm personally really excited for July 29th, and though I am working on launch day, I'm going to do my best to get some Let's Plays out for you guys. Oh, and we're definitely going for the evil ending. 100%. So with that being said, if you are a Digimon fan and don't mind following a scrub like me, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. I also cover the monster taming genre as a whole, which if you didn't know is much bigger than just Digimon and Pokemon. You can also check out my Twitter, my Discord, and my Patreon, all links below. Special thanks to the patrons, especially Drow Ghost, Dark Persona, and Jim Hamilton, and with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.